Tanner and I are switching, so he'll go after this. So my name is Jessica Saxon. I am a civil rights advocate and litigator from Washington, D.C. I am here to provide notice to each and every one of you today. This is in accordance with USCS Rules of Civil Procedure, as well as Rule 17 and Rule 20 from the United States Supreme Court. The Constitution for the United States is the overarching that every state must follow. I don't think that any one of you here would actually disagree with that. States are not able to enact their own alternative legislation and substitute that for the guarantees of the Constitution. That would mean that your state laws would be more powerful than the Constitution. That is simply unlawful. Clause 1 of Amendment 5 to the United States Constitution says that no person should be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on presentment or indictment by a grand jury. Unfortunately, your state has enacted a law in its inferior constitution that permits your public officials, law enforcement, and judges, whom you all pay, to violate the supreme law and of this land. An emolument violation is when you pay a public official to break the law. There are two areas of our Constitution that reinforces this. The first is Article 1, Section 10, and that's where it states that no state shall create any law that shall impair the obligation of contract. Your police officers, your prosecutors, your judges, they are all under a contract. That is a contract to perform based on their oath or affirmation that they took to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. So when your state enacts a law and then directs their agents to disobey the supreme law of this land, that is in fact a violation of Article 1, Section 10. The 14th Amendment is the other place that you find the reinforcement of this issue regarding the emolument violation and paying public officials to commit crimes. And that's where it says that no state shall create or enforce any law that shall abridge the privileges or immunities of United States citizens. Privileges and immunities of United States citizens are at a minimum those that are enumerated within the Bill of Rights and the First Amendment. These are unable to ever be impaired. Unfortunately, your state has enacted a law in its inferior constitution that is permitting your public officials to commit crimes against its constituents of this city. As a result, we have an inordinate amount of people that are currently in prison, illegally, unconstitutionally, and unlawfully. Mr. Tanner Downey is preparing to litigate this issue at the United States Supreme Court on behalf of more than 700,000 people currently incarcerated across America. I am here to provide public notice to you that you cannot continue to pay public officials to break the law.
30 seconds.
Criminal sanctions can and will come from that, unfortunately, but you are now put on public notice. It is an emolument violation, it is a crime, it is unconstitutional, and it is unlawful. So I'm asking you, honorable individuals, to please take a look at Clause 1, Amendment 5, confirm what I'm saying to be true, and direct your public officials to act in a lawful, constitutional manner that is consistent with the obligations codified in the Constitution. Please direct me where I can put this. Thank you so
Time
much.
is expired.